I'm Jasmine with Figbox Games, and today we are here for a special reason to open a very rare few packs of cards from Korean Urza Saga. We were very lucky to come across these cards because they are not for sale anywhere. Only we have them. And the cards that we open are going to be for sale afterwards on the internet. So I'm here with my partner Chance, and we're going to open this booster box of Korean Urza Saga. And why don't you tell us why we're so excited about this?
So Urza Saga in and of itself is just a great set. In English it's like $35 or $40 a booster pack, and that's because of the fact that it is just full of awesome legacy staples.
Like what?
Well, there's Gaia's Cradle's the huge one that everybody wants. In English, that's a $180 card sometimes. I think it's up there right now. But in Korean, that can go for like $400, $500.
Wow.
Depending on if you can find somebody that wants it that bad. Then there's things like Show and Tell and Sarah's Sanctum, Gamble, Yawgmoth's Will. The list just goes on and on of things that are really cool from Urza Saga, all the way down to just uncommons that are worth quite a bit of money, like Goblin Lackey.
And what about how rare this is? Like, why are we doing this video?
Well, so Korean is considered one of the rarest languages. It's really expensive and sought after by people who are into pimping out their decks. And that's because of the fact that Korean has a really low production run, because Korea is a pretty small place compared to the United States. And on top of that, the language just looks exotic and interesting. But just beyond the fact that it's Korean Urza Saga is the fact that it is Korean Urza Saga. I mean that Urza Saga specifically, the Korean edition, is impossible to find. It is pretty much as rare as the foreign black border Korean 4th edition. You just can't find it anywhere on the internet. And I'm serious. If you look on the internet, I bet you that Figbox Games is going to be the only place that comes up with having any of them for sale. I'd never even seen them available before.
So why don't we get to it?
All right. Yeah, this is gonna be cool. Let's crack that thing open. Oh, don't taunt them.
I'm trying.
Break in there. All right.
There we go.
Okay. So, sweet, fresh pack smell.
Wow. This is more difficult than it should be.
First time breaking into this booster box. There goes the factory seal, and boom. Oh, those beautiful packs.
So let's just start right here in the middle.
Okay. Magic fingers. Let's pull that Gaia's Cradle.
I don't want to hurt it.
You're fine. It's just a booster pack like any other.
There we go.
There you go. Actually, it might not just be a booster pack like any other. A bunch of the foreign booster packs actually were pretty different the way they were sealed, so I'm just giving you crap. So, alright, let's look through here. We've got just our commons here. Honestly, it's going to be hard to remember what all of these things are. I remember the pictures, but the names are just going to escape me for the cards that are not.
That's a cool looking tree.
Yeah, that's one of the tree folk that were really common in the Urza's block. Yeah, so far, there's nothing really exciting. That guy, I think, actually is a little bit of money. Not much, but in Korean, that can just make it actually worth over $1, even if it's only worth like a quarter. So somewhat interesting. The art on Urza Saga is just great. I've always loved the art on this one.
Yeah, that's pretty gnarly.
So,
getting down there.
we're almost to the uncommons. That's where we're gonna start seeing some real action. Oh, there's another common.
Oh, really?
Show and tell. Now that is a really good first pull. Okay. So,
yeah.
You did have the magic fingers there. Let's get that in a sleeve as soon as possible. But first, let's keep going through this pack. Show everybody what else we've got. Okay. Yeah.
That one looks familiar.
Show and tell is definitely the prize from that set, but that angel at the end there is actually worth a little bit of money. So, let's see, where's a sleeve? I want to run and grab one really quick before we break into something else. Alright, sleeve that bad boy up.
Here we go.
Awesome.
Okay.
So there's nothing really exciting in the rest of the cards there, which is kind of unfortunate, but I think the end there made up for it.
Yeah. Pack number 2.
Just going straight down the middle?
Yeah.
Alright. You had the magic touch the first time.
Ah.
That is, what's that card called again? Oh man, I can't remember. Oh well, move along, it's not worth anything, it's not really that interesting. Just trying to actually exercise my Urza's Saga knowledge, but with it being in Korean, it's just not coming with me. I think that one's Pegasus Charger. I think so.
Ooh.
That is one of the cycling lands. So cycling was a new thing when Urza's Saga came out, and so those are lands that you can ditch to draw a card if you don't need one. Which, honestly, I've always thought was really cool.
Yeah.
I think they're underappreciated.
Cycling can come in handy.
Okay. So, I think we're almost through the commons again. That's Bravado. I remember that card. That card is really good. Or at least it used to be. Bravado is pretty much the same power as Keldon Champion, but on an enchant creature. It's that whatever you've enchanted gets +1/+1 for each other creature you control.
Oh, nice.
And then the Runes of Protection. Functional reprints of the Circles of Protection. Except with cycling.
Well, those are rare.
That's is that Viashino Sand Swimmer, I think. It's kind of a dud. But let's see what else we got, because the uncommons might not disappoint us. It's a Hawk-Eater Moth. Oh, that's good. Yeah. Let's see, what is this guy called again? This is oh, damn it. Let's see. This is what is this card called? See, I've got a list here. I know this guy is one of the better ones. I just can't find it. Oh, there he is. Turnabout. Turnabout's pretty cool. So, Turnabout is
Tap or untap all artifact, creatures, or lands target player controls.
Yep. So Turnabout, it looks like, if we've got the price list here, it's about 50 cents in English, but let's look at Korean. Just as an example of how big of a price difference this can be. So 50 cents in English or $10 in Korean.
Not bad.
Yep.
Not bad at all. What do we have here?
Oh, I don't remember what that one is. It's a mobile fortress or something like that. It's not particularly valuable, or really particularly interesting. Alright, so that pack was not nearly as good as the first one, and we wasted a bit more time than we should have on Turnabout, but that was a good example of why some cards in Korean are just amazingly valuable. It's just, I don't even begin to really understand it. So let's go on to the next one.
Got another one of these.
Yep. Cycling Swamps.
Oh, there's another one of the tree guys.
Mm-hmm. It's one of the Drakes from this set. There's a bunch of Drake cards. Before they really had like tribal stuff, but it was sort of a tribal theme in this thing anyway. There's a how's that guy? Something spider or weaver spider, something like that. No, trapdoor spider, giant trapdoor spider. I think that's it. Oh, there we go. Exhume. That is a common. I believe Exhume is like 50 cents to $1 in English. Let's see if we can really quickly find it in Korean. So Exhume is one of the ones that is really popular in a variety of different formats, specifically in cube construction and in EDH, and those are the players that go wild over Korean cards. So can't seem to find it on this list right now, but I remember one in Korean going on eBay for $15 just a couple days ago.
There we go.
Oh, Priest of Titania, right behind Exhume. Similarly, Priest of Titania is a really good card that is like $1 in English. Unfortunately, Priest of Titania doesn't have the same kind of boost that Turnabout or Exhume does, but still, it's like a $8 card in Korean.
Not bad at all.
That's commons, yeah.
Just like an elf or something?
I think that's a instant.
Oh.
But owl. Oh, that one's good. I think that's temporal rupture or temporal something like that. It is one of the better cards in the set. Temporal aperture. That's what it's called. Damn, it's like when you see a different language, the name just flies out of your head, even if you could have said it from the picture earlier. But yeah, so temporal aperture. Oh, well, our list here doesn't even have a record of a Korean price. So
goes to show how rare it is.
yeah. I don't know how much it's worth, but temporal aperture is worth $2 to $5 in English. So
Probably a decent amount.
probably a decent amount. And, that thing's it was just reprinted recently, actually, which is kind of weird. I think that's Gaia's Guardian, something like that. It's no, Guardian of the Cradle. It's a Gaia's Cradle themed creature. Oh, hello, Goblin Lackey. So there's one of the chase cards that I was telling you about, the uncommon level ones. Goblin Lackey is freaking awesome. And if I'm not mistaken, Goblin Lackey goes from being a $6 to $8 card all the way to being like a $25 card in Korean. Yeah, it goes to anywhere from 10 euros to 17 euros, which is $15 to $25. But yeah. So, Goblin Lackey, you want to read what that guy does?
Whenever Goblin Lackey successfully deals damage to a player, you may choose a goblin card in your hand and put that goblin into play.
Wow.
Yeah.
For 1/1 for 1 too.
Yeah. So at the time when Urza Saga came out, this guy was pretty good. I mean, there were things that you could cheat in to play with him that definitely could make a difference. But since then, goblins have kind of expanded exactly what they are. Before, they were almost all just cheap little guys that really it didn't matter if you could cheat one out because you'd probably be able to get it out in a turn or two anyway. But there are some pretty expensive, really game-changing goblins now that Goblin Lackey can just, boom, directly into play.
That's
So that's awesome. So our packs so far, we've got like 2 good packs and 1 semi-dud. But the 2 good packs make up for it. The show and tell is awesome. So we want to crack into 1 more?
yeah.
All right. Let's go for it. Make this one the Gaia's Cradle.
Save the best for last. Another one of these worms.
It's one of the wizards. There are a few wizards in this set too. Because one of the themes of Urza's Saga was the backstory of Urza's life,
Okay.
of the Planeswalker. So this was his period while he was in school.
Oh.
And so there's a bunch of schools. Oh, I remember what that card was I was looking at earlier. It's Curfew. Way back from the beginning of when we were looking through cards. But yeah, Curfew is an example of another one of the school-themed things
Okay.
in this set. Wizards being at a wizard's academy. Sort of Harry Potter-esque, but before Harry Potter. There's another one of the cycling lands. That's I think that's a Merfolk Looter. I don't know if Merfolk Looter was in this set or not. Something along those lines, though. That guy is, I think that's a land destruction spell, but I wouldn't bet money on it. So that is one of the mounts that the Viashino ride in this world. These weird turtle dinosaur things. And that's from one of the cycles of enchantments that become creatures when certain things happen, conditions or triggers. It permanently turns into a creature. I think that one you can see down there that it's a 2/2. Yeah, that it turns into. I think it's also got flying. This is protection. Duress. So this is another interesting one. Duress is really heavily used, but it's been printed just dozens of times.
Yeah.
But this was one of the first printings of it, if not the first printing. I don't remember exactly, but in Korean, because of the fact that this is one of the oldest printings and one of the oldest printings in one of the most sought after foreign languages, this goes from being a card that is a quarter to being a card that is worth $25.
Wow.
Yep. So that's a good one. We'll put that aside. I think we actually sold one of those for $25 a little while ago.
What
So
is our
that
rare
guy?
here?
I don't remember what that is.
Pretty gnarly looking.
Yeah. This is one of the ones that is sort of confusing because I don't know if it's just me, but every time I see it, I'm tempted to think that it's Yawgmoth's Will, which is really valuable, but this is not Yawgmoth's Will. It is more or less a trash rare. Oppression. There it is. So Oppression, it's a 5-cent rare in English, but it looks like even though that is the case, they are selling for 4 or 5 euros. So, trash rare, 100 times markup because it's Korean.
Yeah. See if we get any decent uncommons.
I don't think that's very good. Yeah, it's not a chase uncommon. And that is Confiscate. I think that Confiscate is actually somewhat valuable. And with how Korean works, somewhat valuable in English might just mean that it is worth quite a bit in Korean. So, Confiscate is...
It's another one of the cool themed ones, isn't
Exactly. It's a wizard having some thing that he brought to class taken from him by his teacher. And if you remember the first rare that we pulled that was really awesome,
it? Show and tell.
yeah, also wizard school themed. Where is Confiscate? I can't find it. Why do you type Confiscate in there? There we go. So Confiscate is, as an uncommon, worth like 10 cents, something like that. But it's playable. It's a decent one. And it is about 2 to 3 euros. So that's pretty good. It's very cheap card, but because of the fact that somebody can use it and it's in Korean,
Yeah.
actually becomes worth a little bit of money.
Mm-hmm.
So, I guess that's all the packs that we had planned to open. We got some decent cards.
Yeah. And we have all these packs left.
Yeah, so why don't you tell people what we are going to do with those?
We are going to be listing these on the internet for sale, along with the cards that we opened. And,
Yeah, so if you want to do a pack opening of your own, you can find them for sale probably just by searching Google for them. But Amazon.com and eBay. But either way, we hope you enjoyed this pack opening and you enjoyed being able to experience pack fresh Korean Urza Saga, which even if you don't want to buy anything from us, it's definitely something that we wanted to share.
yeah, really. Thanks for watching.
Thank you. Bye.